If today were your last day on Earth, what would you do with the 18 hours left? Not everyone gets the chance. Not everyone lives awake, and not everyone has the courage to look their dream in the eye and say, "I will make you real." If everyone left you behind, would you still have a reason to rise? Be honest, have you ever felt like it was all over? When they walked away? When no one listened? When you sat in the corner, quiet, not even knowing why you're still trying? I know that feeling. Cold, empty, drained. The world outside goes on, while you are trapped inside yourself. But I'm here to remind you, you still have one thing no one can take. One thing strong enough to pull you up. Your reason why. You don't need more applause. You don't need a pat on the back. You don't need permission to keep going. Because strength doesn't come from around you. It comes from the fire within you. The reason you began. The reason you sacrificed. The reason you once dreamed. Once fought. That reason will lift you from the ground. It will keep you going, even when the whole world screams you can't. You've risen before. You've overcome before. You've been strong, when all you had were empty hands. So ask yourself again, why, today? Do you believe you can't anymore? Here's an unchanging truth. No one owes you motivation, and you don't need pity to rise. You just need to remember. Remember why you started. Remember who you once swore you'd never give up on. Remember the feeling of a dream so big, it shook you. Remember the eyes of the ones waiting for you to return. Victorious. Don't underestimate that voice in your heart. It's quiet, but if you listen, it will whisper, "Keep going. We've come too far to quit now." An athlete once said, "When I'm exhausted, I don't look for cheers. I remember why I started." And you must do the same. You don't need to be pushed. You need to be pulled by your original why. Picture this. You're in a cold room. Lights off. No one there. Silence so deep, you can hear your heartbeat. And in that moment, ask, if I don't stand up, who will do it for me? No one. And that is why you must be the first to rise. Don't fear starting over. Don't fear feeling behind. You don't lose when you fail. You lose when you stop. You may have fallen today, but falling is not final. You are not defeated. You are just pausing to catch your breath. And soon, you'll rise, stronger, clearer, and nothing will stop you. If you've been waiting for a sign to keep going, this is it. You're still breathing. Your heart is still beating. You still have a choice. So don't choose surrender. Choose to rise. The first step doesn't need to be perfect. It only needs to be brave. One deep breath. One clenched fist. One more whisper to yourself. I'm not done yet. You don't need the world to believe in you. You just need you to believe in you. Because once you do, nothing and no one can stop you from rewriting your story. And then you'll realize what kept you going was never luck. It was your refusal to quit. You still have a reason, still have breath, still have a long road ahead. Don't sit there waiting for a push. Let the reason you started pull you up. Because what comes next won't be gentle. I'm going to make you face the most dangerous thing. Killing your dreams every single day, MEDIOCRITY. Are you ready? Because the real game starts now. 70% effort won't get you to a 100% dream. 80% won't buy you an extraordinary life. And 90%, no matter how smart, how hardworking, how far you've come, is still not enough. Hear me loud and clear. Good is never enough. And average is not your destination. You weren't born to live a mediocre life, not to blend in, not to just get through the day, not to wake, work, come home, and slowly fade in repetition. You were born to awaken a sleeping giant within you, and to do that, You must dare to reject mediocrity. Don't believe that just trying a little harder is enough. Don't fall for the lie that as long as you try, you'll succeed. Because this world doesn't measure effort. This world only recognizes results. You want something extraordinary? Then become someone extraordinary. No shortcuts, no luck, only unwavering commitment and unbreakable discipline. I will do what must be done, even when no one's watching. I will take the extra step when everyone else has stopped. I will sweat, even in the dark. Because I'm not doing this to be seen. I'm doing this to become worthy of my dream. Listen to me. You will never reach the summit if you keep climbing with the mindset of a tourist. You will never touch your dream if you live like it's just a game. You want wild success? You want financial freedom? You want respect? You want to stand on a stage and scream, "I made it"? Then you must do what ordinary people fear to do. Wake earlier, stay later, study harder, endure longer, swallow pain, and don't complain. You can't walk through life half asleep and expect to live a fire-breathing dream. I know you're tired. I know sometimes you want to stop, but guess what? Everyone's tired. Everyone has reasons to quit. The only difference is the extraordinary keep going anyway. You might have been born poor. You might have started late. You might have been overlooked, underestimated, rejected. But if you're determined, if you dare to reject mediocrity, if you refuse to live halfway, nothing can stop you. Stop living at 70%. Stop getting almost there. Stop settling for close enough. From today, live 100%. Go all in. Love the work you do. Or fight to change it. Kill every half-hearted habit. Tear off the label average this world slapped on your forehead. Because you weren't born to blend in. You were born to shake the world with your fire. You were born to live up to the giant inside you, and to do that, you must understand this truth. Dreams are not for dreamers. Dreams are for the ones who are willing to pay the price. And if you're still sitting there, waiting for inspiration, waiting for the right time, waiting for the perfect opportunity, let me be blunt. You're slowly killing your future. Stop waiting. Stop asking. Stop making excuses. A CT, commit. Break the damn limits, because what comes next? We rise together. With a vow. The warrior's oath. Are you ready to shout to the world? I can, I will, I must. Then keep going, because this is only the beginning. I can, I will, I must. Have you ever said those 3 words? Out loud, with trembling voice, but with a fire in your chest? Today I won't speak for you. I want you to speak to yourself. Stand up, take a deep breath, and say, I can, I will, I must. Say it like the whole world is waiting for you to rise. Say it like you're the only one left to finish the mission. Say it like if you don't, everything you love might fall apart. This is not a slogan. This is an oath. An oath sworn by those who will never let the ashes bury them. An oath from those who've hurt too much, been too tired, fallen too often, but still choose to fight. Picture the face of the one you love most. The one you promised to take care of. The one who believed in you when you didn't. The one counting on you to keep your word. Now close your eyes and say it again. I can, I will, I must. Maybe you're thinking, but I'm tired, I'm not ready, I'm not good enough. I don't need you to be good. I don't need you to be perfect. I just need you to be determined. Because determination fixes every weakness. Because persistence breaks through every wall. And because in your worst moments, you must be the one to rescue yourself. You're not just fighting for you. You're fighting for the dream not yet lived. For the promise once whispered. For the stronger version of you that's begging to be born. So repeat these words. Not just today, but every day, every morning. Every time you're tired, every time you want to quit. I can, I will, I must. It won't change the world overnight, but it will change your spirit. It will carve a new identity into your soul. No longer the one who gives up easily. No longer the one who procrastinates. No longer the one who almost made it, but a warrior. A soul driven by purpose. A force that never backs down. You might think, how can just a few words change anything? But let me ask you this. When you've spent a lifetime saying, I can't, what happened? That's right. You started to believe it, and you lived like you were powerless. Now do the opposite. Repeat something powerful, something strong, until your mind believes it, until your body follows, until your life begins to shift. And when you finally walk through the longest, darkest night of your life, you'll realize something. You didn't need light to come from the outside. You were the light. You were the one to ignite the path. And with every step, you declare again, I can, I will, I must. Maybe today is not your victory day, but today is the day you decide, I will not turn back. I will not settle. I will not live in silence. You've come too far to go back. You've sacrificed too much to give up. Now, if you want everything to change, you don't need more reasons. You don't need another opportunity. You need one thing, commitment, and this oath. No one else can say it for you. No one else can walk it for you. It's just you. Standing in front of the mirror, looking into your own eyes and shouting, I can, I will, I must. Because right after this, you'll face the real mountain. The barriers, the wounds, the battle scars, and you will have to conquer them. Not alone, but with the belief you just rebuilt. Are you ready? Because we keep climbing from here. You want to know who you are? Look at how you respond when everything turns against you. Anyone looks fine when life is smooth. But who are you when life hits hard? Who are you when every door slams shut? Who are you when you're down on the floor and there's nothing left to hold on to? Think back to the last time you fell. What did you do? Did you cry? Did you blame? Or did you grit your teeth and rise? Today, I want you to stare straight into that mountain blocking your path. Call it out. Maybe it's the fear of failure. Maybe it's past criticism, a wounded childhood, relentless procrastination, a shame that comes from too many losses. Whatever it is, today we don't run. Today we face it. You don't need to conquer the mountain in a day, but you do need to decide to never turn away again. I can overcome. I will overcome. I must overcome. Say it loud. Say it until your heart believes it's true. Obstacles don't come to destroy you. They come to test you. They come to ask, how bad do you want it? Some people quit after their first hit. Some give up because of too many critics. But some, they turn pain into fuel, failure into steps, tears into the fire that keeps them going. Which one are you? When the pressure hits, you have two choices: collapse and call it fate, or bite down, push through, and call it the fire that forged me. Success doesn't come to those without obstacles. It comes to those who refuse to stop. People ask, how do I get stronger? It's simple. Stop avoiding hardship. Run straight into it. Running away doesn't end the pain. It only makes you weaker. Every time you dodge the struggle, you lose a piece of belief in yourself. But every time you push through fear, you earn a scar. And every scar is a medal of inner strength. I won't promise it'll be easy, but I promise you this: you'll grow. You'll get stronger. You'll transform. And one day, you'll look back at that mountain and smile. Thank you for not being easy. You know something? There is no greatness without pain. There is no strong heart that hasn't been shattered. Pain is not your enemy. It is the relentless teacher. That delivers the most powerful lesson of all. You can endure more than you think. I want you to close your eyes. Picture what you fear most, then say to yourself, I'm not running anymore. I'm not hiding anymore. I'm walking straight through it. You're not alone. I'm here, and more importantly, you have yourself. No matter how high the mountain, no matter how rough the path, if you don't stop, you will make it through. Today is not the day you conquer it all, but today is the day you take one step. And one step is enough to shatter the curse of delay. And if you take one step each day, you'll arrive in places they once told you were impossible. So breathe in, clench your fists, and shout with me, I can overcome. I will overcome. I must overcome. Because on the other side of that wall, a version of you is waiting, strong, free, unstoppable. And what comes next? We begin with the most powerful force in your life, today, the only day you truly own. Not tomorrow, not when I'm ready, not when the timing is perfect. Only today. You want to change your life? You want freedom, success, purpose. You want to live a life you're proud of? Then stop waiting. Everything you need is already within. Not in a far-off land, not in some perfect opportunity, not someday, but in today. You have one day only, and you don't know how many more tomorrows you'll get. So what are you going to do with it? Don't waste today on what's not worthy of your energy. Don't let social media dictate your mood. Don't let fear smother the fire that's been burning inside you. You were born to live big, not to merely exist in silence. Too many people die at 25, but aren't buried until 75, because they stopped dreaming, they stopped fighting, they stopped living true. Don't become one of them. Live like today is your final chance to rewrite your life. Because maybe it really is. You don't need to change the world overnight. You just need to begin. One small act, one bold decision, one courageous step, and your whole world will start to shift. Want to change your mindset? Read one page today? Want better health? Move for 10 minutes today. Want more discipline? Wake up earlier today. Want to chase your passion? Make the first plan today. The key is not in instant results. The key is in DAILYCOMMITMENT. And the only day you can commit to is today. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Martin Luther King, Jr. That first step may be shaky. It may be uncertain. It may feel small. But that step separates you from the 97% who just talk and never act. Think about it. You scroll for 3 hours a day, but say you don't have time to change. You please the whole world, but abandon your own dream. You delay day after day, and wake up 10 years later asking, what if? Don't let what if become the epitaph of your life. Live so that when you look back, you smile and say, I started, I dared. No one's asking you to do something grand today, but if you don't start today, you'll never reach that grand tomorrow. Stop waiting for inspiration. Action creates inspiration. Action creates clarity. Action turns dreams into real life. And if you've been needing a sign, a signal to start, this is your sign. Get up, wherever you are, whatever you're going through, and declare, I will make today count. I will not waste my breath on the meaningless. I will do something, no matter how small, to get closer to who I'm meant to be. You don't need to change the whole world. You just need to change today. Because when you master today, tomorrow no longer feels like a threat. The way you live one day will decide how you live your whole life. And if you're asking yourself, where do I start? Start with awareness that you still have time, that you still have breath, that you have one day to rewrite the script of your life. Then act. Do what's right. Do what you know you must do. Even if no one sees it, because the one who needs to see it most is you. Today is your chance to become the person you once dreamed of. Not tomorrow. Not when things settle. Not once it all works out. Today, make it count. And then, when you wake up tomorrow, you will no longer be the same person you were yesterday. You'll be the one who started, the one who dared, the one who is now walking toward freedom. Ahead of us lies a greater truth, a journey with no final destination, only never-ending growth. Be ready, because this first summit is just the beginning. We're still climbing. I didn't come this far to only come this far. Sound familiar? Have you ever achieved something, felt proud, then eased off? I did. And then I learned. Pride is a double-edged sword. On one side, it tells you, you've earned this. But on the other, it whispers, that's enough. And that whisper has killed more dreams than failure ever could. So let me say this with all the honesty and love I can. Don't stop. You fought to get here. Amazing. But this is not the end. This is the beginning. When you reach the mountaintop, don't build a camp. Find a higher mountain. You weren't born to win once and live forever in faded glory. You were born to keep growing, keep expanding, keep outgrowing your old limits. Reaching your goal is not a reason to pause. It's a signal. It's time to level up. Not because you're greedy, but because deep within you, there is something that will always crave growth. A voice inside whispering, there's more. Remember your first dream. What was it? A stable job? A steady income? A healthier body? A little freedom? Maybe you've got that now. But is that still your limit? Truth is dash. Once you've broken through something, you can't go back to living small. You've changed, you've evolved, and you can't shove yourself back into the old box where things were safe, simple, comfortable. Because if you do, your soul will suffocate. Don't confuse pride with satisfaction. Pride is gratitude, acknowledgement. Satisfaction is settling, stagnation. A true warrior says, I'm proud, but I'm not done. Remember how hungry you once were? Hold on to that hunger. Proud, but never satisfied. Look at those you admire most. They didn't just get there, they stayed there. They didn't just maintain, they kept conquering. Don't become the one-hit wonder. Be the one who keeps choosing the hard path, keeps choosing the bigger game, keeps climbing higher. Who are you when the applause stops? Who are you when the followers are gone? Who are you when it's just you in the mirror? That answer, dash dash, will define your standard of life. The world doesn't need more people who succeeded once. The world needs those who commit to growth for life, the ones who never stop asking, how can I be even better? Satisfaction is the most dangerous enemy. It lulls you to sleep with lies like, you did it, rest now. No need to try harder. You're still ahead of most people, but you're not here to be better than others. You're here to be better than who you were yesterday. And what's truly terrifying isn't failure. What's terrifying is tasting a little success and then stopping. Let me tell you, speaking from experience, when you rest, someone else starts. When you get comfortable, someone else surpasses you. And if you want to live a life that matters, you cannot afford to fall asleep. Please, don't do this just to achieve. Do it because you love to grow. Let every step forward be your source of life. Every new challenge, your playground, every new limit, an invitation that whispers, beat me. Because the goal isn't to become famous. The goal is to become the best version of you, relentlessly, uncompromisingly. And if you've already come this far, don't stop now. You didn't come this far to only come this far. You came to climb higher, fly further, break boundaries, reach levels you never dared to believe were yours. Next, we talk about what creates lasting greatness. The mindset of a winner. The mindset of those who walk boldly into eternity. Keep climbing, because the summit ahead is higher than anything you've ever imagined. You want a 1% life? Then work like the 1%. Simple, not easy. Let this truth burn into you. No one owes you success. No one hands it to you for free. And there is no magic that turns average into legendary, except choice and action. Hear me loud. Success isn't luck. Success is a decision. You choose to complain or to take action, to blame your circumstances or use what you have, to live halfway or go all in. Success doesn't come from opportunity. It comes from daily commitment and choices. You might start with nothing. No money, no connections, no skills, no background. But if you have one thing, the will to see it through, you will build your own doors. You'll learn, you'll grind, you'll take the long way. You'll fall, but you won't stay down. You rise, and you keep going. You don't lose because you lacked resources. You only lose when you refuse to own your life 100%. Why don't most people achieve their dreams? It's not because they're not smart, not because they're not capable, not because they don't have time. It's because they always find a reason not to start, and someone to blame when they fail. You must decide, will you be a victim or the one who owns it all? You can't be both. You want financial freedom? You want to own your life? You want to inspire others? Then don't expect 1% results. If you're only giving 70% effort, you want to live big? Then dare to pay the price. No one sees you getting up at 4 a.m. No one knows you're studying while your friends party. No one hears your heartbreak after rejection. No one feels your doubts late at night, but you keep going because you know. Life doesn't reward easy. It rewards those who do what's needed, even when no one applauds. Look at your 24 hours. What are you doing with them? Watching movies? Scrolling endlessly? Complaining? Or training? Learning? Laying your foundation? Every day, you're choosing. And every choice is either pulling you closer to your dream or pushing you farther away. Not everyone wins. Not everyone gets rich. Not everyone lives free, happy, fulfilled. Because the few pay the price, and the many choose comfort. But you're not here to live easy. You're here to live true, to live full, to live fired up. You want to be proud of who you are? Then live in a way where you don't need to blame anyone. You just smile because you fought. You chose the hard road. You carried the weight and delivered the results. I don't need more than others. I just need the resolve to never give up. And if today is your beginning, I congratulate you. Because you've just done one of the hardest things. You dared to realize it's all on you. Not your parents, not the government, not luck, not society, you. And that's not terrifying. That's freedom. Because when you take full responsibility, you control the game. You control the effort. You control the time. You control the mindset. You control the reaction. And in the end, you control your destiny. You are the writer of your script. You choose each step. And if you decide to, you can change everything. So now I ask you, are you ready to live like a warrior? Ready to never blame, never wait, never quit? If yes, stand up, place your hand over your heart, and declare, I am responsible. I choose to live strong. I choose daily action. I choose never to stop. Because from here, we're no longer talking about dreams. We're talking about the final battle between you and the old version of you. What comes next? is the last wake-up call to ignite a fire of action that will never die. If you're ready, we enter the final chapter. You already know what needs to be done. Now's the time to do it. Not tomorrow. Not when it's convenient. Now. You've listened long enough, thought long enough, dreamed long enough, but success doesn't come from beautiful dreams. It comes from one bold step, one action, right now. No need to wait for inspiration. No need to wait for approval. You only need one thing. Believe in yourself. Believe that, no matter where you're starting from. If you don't stop, you'll arrive. The world out there is loud. It wants you to wait. It wants you to delay. It wants you to go back to your comfort zone. But, you're not here to hide. You're here to own the game. It's time to put the phone down. It's time to stop the video. It's time to rise up and move like your life depends on it. Because the truth is, it does. What will you do after this? Sit and think more? Jot down a few notes? Or ACT, a small action? Right? Now make your bed. Make that call. Write the first sentence. Do that workout you've delayed. Start the lesson you feared. Just begin. Because every miracle starts with one bold step. I'm not here to teach you how to dream. I'm here to remind you, you can make your dreams real, but you'll pay for it in action. Don't fear failure. Fear this, that 10 years from now, you're exactly the same, that you grow old, still holding unlived dreams, still asking, what if? Don't let that be your story. Swear to yourself, from this moment, you will hesitate no more. You will act, and you will fight to the end. Action is the language of the awakened, the proof that you refuse an ordinary life. You're no longer just a dreamer, you're a doer. You no longer ask how. You say, I'll find a way. You don't fear hard. You fear missing out on who you really are. And if you ever grow weak, return to your oath. I can, I will, I must. You've made it through every stage, awakening the inner fire, rejecting mediocrity, declaring your vow, facing your obstacles, acting today, growing without limits, choosing action over excuses. And now, you've arrived here. There's nothing left to wait for, just you and your decision. A CT, because no one else can live for you. No one else can choose for you, and no one else can live your worthy life but you. I believe in you. Now it's time for you to believe in you. Act like there's no tomorrow, because sometimes there really isn't. Rise, begin, fight, and turn this life into the greatest masterpiece you've ever known. And when you do, come back here, share your story, and pass the fire on to someone else who needs to be awakened like you were. Today,